Hey, what's up guys? So today we have another finance video. Today I'm going to talk about why you guys need to have good credit when you guys are trying to buy a house, buy a car, borrow money for, let's say, anything. You want to start a business, you want to, I don't know, start a real estate corporation and become a millionaire one day. Or maybe you just want a nice car to drive and you want to finance it, so you don't want to buy the car outright. Well, you're gonna need good credit. Anything you want to buy in at least the United States, you kind of have to have good credit. These three digits, generally seven something, 8 something, maybe high 6 something, that probably means you're a good responsible borrower. That means lenders are gonna give you money. I've made a few videos on what cards to apply for, what cards are good, what cards have I gotten, but I haven't really gotten to too much details about what mistakes to avoid when you get a card, because I've made some of these mistakes myself. So hopefully by me sharing it, you guys don't make it either, and you guys can always thank me later. But let's get into it. We're gonna get into the 5 mistakes that you guys should avoid when and after you get your first credit card. So the first mistake to avoid is obviously not applying. That might sound like stupid, but if you don't apply, like, how will you build credit? You will have no credit. You'll be a person that doesn't have credit. So if you want to buy a car, they're gonna be like, I don't know, you're gonna have to pay the full price. You want to buy a house, you're gonna have to pay the full price. Like, don't wait it out, guys. If you guys are 20, 21, 24, 25,
42, 43, 44,
18, ideally 18, apply for it now. Like, it doesn't matter how old you are, honestly. Credit is gonna be like a tool. You know, you guys are gonna have to start as soon as possible. Like, just like anything else, like a good quote that someone once said, how you do something is how you do everything. So do it as soon as possible. So the second mistake to avoid after you get your first card is to obviously don't pay late. Do not pay your card late, guys. If you guys pay late, literally even one time, one mess up, you won't be able to say sorry and fix everything, you know? It's not your girlfriend, you know? If you mess up, it's kind of over. Like, your score is gonna drop, you're not gonna be able to borrow things. Interest rates, when you borrow things, if you get a loan or whatever, it's gonna be higher. You're trying to buy something at Macy's and it's freaking like 30% interest rate. I don't know, maybe. That's probably wrong, but you get my point. Don't pay late, guys. If you guys don't check your app often, make sure to download an app for whatever credit card company. Usually nowadays, they always have an app on your phone you can check. I have all the apps from American Express to Discover. So just download the app, make sure you can always open it. You can always use fingerprint Face ID to unlock it, so it's quick. It's like open, see how much you owe, and you guys can always pay whenever you want. But if you guys don't do this, you guys can always obviously put it on auto pay at the end of the month. It'll just pay it out for you. You don't have to worry about it. Connect it to your bank account and it'll automatically transfer money to pay your balance. But yeah, guys, pay it on time, and you guys, all your credit history, every time you pay it on time, you're obviously gonna build your score. So when you pay it on time, your score gets higher. If you don't pay on time, your score drops, like, almost permanently. It's gonna be there for like a long time. So the third mistake that a lot of people might look over when you have your first credit card, especially I did, kind of. I didn't know about this. No one really told you. No one really told me, at least. Do not use too much of the credit line. So my first credit card, I had $500 from Discover. You know, I had to buy this, buy that. In like 1 month, it added up to like $250, right? That's like 50%. That is bad, guys. Do not do this. This is my mistake. I suggest you guys keep it under 10%. So if you guys get a $100 credit line, for example, use only $10 or less. That means, obviously, get more credit line, then you spend more money. If you guys use a big portion of your credit line, your credit score will drop, because the credit bureaus will think, oh, you're probably gonna max out your cards. You're a risky like borrower because you need more money. That's just how it works. Like, if you guys want a higher credit score, use less. Like, use a little bit and pay it off. But I do have a secret for you guys. If you guys, let's say you do have a credit line of $500 like I did, you suddenly spent like $400 that month. Like, oh snaps, that's a lot, right? It's like 80%. Now guys, like before the credit checks that, before they check it at the end of the month, like let's say you spend $400 at a sneaker shop, right? And you bought like 2 sneakers, $400. Pay like $300 it off right away, like that. Like you went to the store, now go to your credit card app, pay $300. So now your credit balance is only gonna be like $100, right? So once it's reported to the bureaus, it's gonna be $100. So it's not gonna be as much as $400. If you guys pay it early, the credit bureaus won't be able to be like, oh, you're using too much, you know? Honestly, if anything, I've heard people like, as soon as they spend something, they just pay it off. This leads into my next mistake that you guys should avoid is using debit cards instead of credit cards. The money you could be saving, the percentage, 1%, 2%, 3% that you guys could be saving, it adds up over months and years, guys. Like you guys might not think about a lot of it, or maybe you do. Like if you guys think like me, if I can save 2% at ShopRite or Walmart or Target, I'm saving it. If you guys use a debit card, it's just gonna be straight flat cash. You don't save anything, whatever, right? But if you use a credit card, it's gonna save you money and you can always pay the credit card. So basically, spend whatever amount on the card, just pay it early and definitely pay it on time. You guys, never pay late. Never. Early or on time. And the last and final mistake to avoid when you guys have your first credit card is going to be applying for too many cards. This is the mistake that I have made. Applying for too many credit cards too soon. I do have to admit I have 5, which is pretty good, but I must say I've applied for more than 5. Didn't get all of them. So definitely make sure you guys, before you guys apply for a card, know that you guys can be approved for it, will be approved for it. You guys make enough money, your income is enough, your household income is enough, you guys have a job, you know, like you guys can pay it off. The people who work for these credit cards, they check, they really do. Like they have like people who analyze this, like who will be a trustworthy person and who won't. And basically what it comes down to is when you apply for a lot of credit cards, they see you as like, oh, you need to borrow money like really often. Like even though that's not the case for me, like I don't need to borrow, I just like to collect credit cards, honestly. But they think like, oh, I need money, like I need to borrow more money. Basically it's just how much they trust you. So the secret here is try to wait a few months, like 4, 5, 6 months until you apply for your next credit card. Let's say you have your first credit card now, like today, maybe wait, I'm gonna say 4, 5, 6 months, guys. And that's obviously not advice, you know, I'm just a random guy on YouTube, but that's what I did at least, and hey, I got approved. Doesn't mean you guys will, but maybe. Yeah, guys, do not apply for multiple credit cards in one day. Definitely did not do that.
Me naughty.
Okay, moving on. Yeah, so these are the mistakes that you guys should avoid. These are mistakes that I'm also going to continue to avoid. I practice this every single day. I definitely check my credit score pretty often, so I like to see it go up, you know? Your credit score will always fluctuate, don't worry guys, but you guys can always check using the app Credit Karma. I'm not sponsored by them, at least not yet. Maybe they should. I use Credit Karma pretty often. They show your credit score, they show how much you used that month, they show if you have any hard inquiries, which is basically when every time you apply for a credit card, you get a hard inquiry. That's basically what brings your credit score down. And yeah, they honestly also suggest credit cards for you based on your like credit profile. If you guys have made it this far, thank you guys for watching. I know you guys are gonna do well with credits, credit cards, credit score. I'm probably thinking like to apply for another credit card in like 3 months. I'm just kidding, maybe 6 months. I'm gonna have to wait a while. I hope it works out for you guys. You guys get the credit cards you guys want and timely, and I hope you guys pay it off. Again, thank you for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the content, make sure to like, subscribe, click the bell notification for future content, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.